My name is Professor Dipali Desai. I'm from Suradatta Institute of Business Management and Technology. Now, this will be the agenda for today's webinar or the discussion points. So, today I will be discussing about human resource management and in brief, what are the different functions come under human resource management. Then, specifically, I'm going to talk about the changing trends in HRM, and then we will be discussing about the different skill sets required to pursue career in HR. Then what are the different prospects or the career available in HR, or what are the job titles in HR, and then specifically why Suryadatta Group of Institute. So this will be the discussion point for today's webinar. So to start with, I will just in brief introduce myself. My name is Professor Dipali Desai. I'm working as assistant professor in MBA department. My qualification is BE Production and MBA with HR specialization. Currently, I'm pursuing PhD in HR specialization. Total, I'm having 12 years of teaching experience. And as far as research experience is concerned, I have published 3 books and more than 12 papers in national and international journals. So far, I have guided more than 100 students on the internship projects with the various HR related areas like recruitment, selection, training and development, green HRM, role of HR in mergers and acquisition, power of HR analytics, and so on. So, this is a brief introduction about my. Then, to give you some glimpse about the Suryadatta Group of Institute. Now, this particular group is established in 1999, and Suryadatta Group provide education from KG to PG in varied discipline. It may be from school, UG and PG courses till PhD. We are providing different varied disciplines in our education institute. We are also ranked as A category top 50 B school in India, and we are NAC accredited. Suryadatta also rank in platinum category from the last 5 consecutive years. So if you want to know more about the various courses offered at Suryadatta Group of Institute, you can visit our official website, that is www.suryadatta.org. So now we start with our topic, that is nothing but human resource management. Okay, so in layman language we can say human resource management is nothing but managing human resources who are working at various levels. That is, it may be at lower level, it may be at middle level, or it may be at top level of any organization. So at lower level, you can consider the examples like the human resources who are working as workers or security staff, or we can say the housekeeping staff. At middle level, you can take the example like admin staff, or we can say the managerial staff, frontline managerial staff, and at top level, the executives and CEO, etc. So all these people who are working in any organization, managing these people with respect to various functions is nothing but human resource management. Now these are the varied functions which come under human resource management. It starts with recruitment and selection, then personnel administration, training and development, performance and reward management, talent management, then succession and career planning, labor relation, and HR planning. So these are the broad, we can say, areas or the various functions which come under human resource management. Okay, so specifically, if you categorize it, it will be broadly classified in different 5 areas. The first area is HR acquisition. So HR acquisition means you acquire the human resources. So whenever any vacancy arises, the first foremost job of the human resource management is to acquiring or recruiting the people. So under this acquisition, there are various functions like HR planning. So it includes planning the human resources, how many people are required, then carrying out the recruitment and selection procedure, that is giving the advertisement, screening the application, and finally using various selection criteria, finally selecting or placing the suitable candidate. So all these functions come under your HR acquisition area. Second function or the second broad areas under HRM is HR development. So once you acquire the human resources, next is you have to develop your human resources. So it involves various trainings and development program organized by the organization for developing their human resources. Next, the third broad area is performance and compensation. So very important area where organization used to review the performance of each and every employee, and they can label them the as average employee, below average, above average, or excellent employee. So here the review of the performance has been conducted by the human resource management, and accordingly it will be linked with the compensation. So likewise, some HR decisions like promotion or demotion, firing, suspension, so all these things or all these decisions are based on your performance review. Next function is motivation and maintenance. So of course you have to maintain your employees in your organization, because due to cutthroat competition and due to other globalization, it is very difficult to maintain your employees, because lot of opportunities are also available in front of employees. Okay, so in maintenance, the specific area is taking the care of health and safety of your employees. Like if you take the current condition, whatever the company is now starting after COVID-19 situation, they are taking care of health and safety of their employee. They are providing masks, they are using sanitizer, they are keeping social distancing whenever they are starting with their companies. So here they deal with the health and safety aspect of their employees. And finally, the last area is industrial relations, like whatever the grievance or conflicts happen, how to resolve those conflicts, because if the conflicts or grievance are not properly resolved, then it will lead or it will end up with the strikes and lockouts, which is not affordable for any company. So briefly, we can say these are the different areas where all the HR functions are accumulated. Okay, so now I am starting with the today's topic, that is nothing but changing trends in HRM. So here the first is recruitment and selection. So as I told, recruitment and selection is the first important area of human resource management. So traditionally, whenever any vacancy arises, the normal procedure followed by the HR is giving the advertisement. Then the application come in response to those advertisements. The advertisements are generally given on leading newspaper or on different job portals. In response to that, various applications come. Those applications are screened by the HR and shortlisting, and finally it ends up with interview and final selection of any candidate. So it takes a lot of time. It may take from some days to it may end up with few months. If the vacancy is for the top management or higher management, it may take some months also for recruiting and selection criteria. So now the first trend which I'm going to talk about with respect to recruitment and selection is applicant tracking system. Okay, so here like I would like to say like 99% of Fortune 500 companies, or we can say medium and mid-scale business, also use this particular system to screen the resumes. Now this is the overall flow of that particular applicant tracking system. It is one of the software which utilize various activities. So first activity is whatever the resume or whatever the application come, those applications are compiled by the system. Then automatically, based on the job description provided to the system, automatically the ranking has been given by that system to different resumes. And finally, based on the keyword, it searched the various resumes. So the resumes which match with the keywords, those resumes are selected. Other resumes are automatically rejected at the initial point only. So suppose for a particular vacancy or 2 or 3 vacancy, mostly in big organization, at a time many vacancy arise with different job roles. So in response to that, maybe thousands of application come to that particular company. So because of using this particular applicant tracking system, it is also called as ATS system, the thing become very easy. Instead of screening for 1,000 or 5,000 application by the HR manager or recruiter manager, system give them the selected resumes which match with the criteria which are specified in the job description. Okay, so the speed is increased, accuracy is increased, and overall time is reduced with respect to recruitment and selection. So these are some top applicant tracking system utilized in many companies like Tallo, JobVite, Lever, Bamboo HR, Jazz HR, Smart Recruiters. So here my advice to the student is, mostly we have the habit like we make one resume, and whenever any vacancy arise or whenever any particular job come, we send the same resume. but it should not happen like that, because most of the companies are using ATS system. So you have to customize your resume, or you have to make necessary changes in your resume based on the job description provided by the company. It will, otherwise at the initial stage only your resume will be rejected by the ATS, so it will not reach to the final recruiter manager or final HR manager. So you may lose the good job opportunity at initial stage only. Even LinkedIn or Indeed, they also have their own ATS system. So this will be, we can say, one of the trend. Now the next trend utilized in most of the companies, or almost in all companies, biometric time tracking and security. Okay, so traditionally timekeeping is one of the we can say the important task done by the HR department. So whenever any employee come in any organization, they have to sign on the muster or the register kept. They have to enter their in time and out time. So lot of time, and at the end of the month, the HR department compile the data, and they find, it will be tedious job for the HR department to find out the latecomers, leave record, and other related things. But nowadays almost all the companies are using this biometric time tracking system, where the machine is installed, which take your finger, which scan your fingerprints, or even face scanning or iris scanning is available. So here, once you enter in the premises and use this particular system, or we can say the biometric, automatically the time is correct, exact time is recorded by the machine. And at the end of the month, it gives you the beautiful reports, where it include the in time, out time, leave record, or whatever the half day record, etc. So this tedious job is reduced by using this particular technology. So now HR can get directly the report from this particular system as an output. They can analyze that report, and they can finally link it with the compensation or payment related issue. So this is second we can say trend, or changing trend in HR. It also give you the security, because lot of fraud with respect to entering the time, manual entering the time, and other things happened previously. Now all these frauds are reduced. Next is your next trend is digitized reward and recognition. So as all of we are aware that reward and recognition is most important aspect for any employee who are working in any organization. So previously rewards are given in term of like monetary or non-monetary types. Like monetary means the rewards are given like some incentives, some commission, or salary hike is given. In term of non-monetary benefits, like appreciation or trophies are given. But now the trends are changing. The companies are utilizing digitized rewards. So digitized rewards means, suppose I'm the employee of any particular organization. If I perform well, or if I crack a particular project, automatically one particular star come at my dashboard. So once I opt some 3 or 4 stars, those stars can be redeemed. So this is called as digitized rewards. And recognition means now the company is also investing their time in recognizing their employee on social media. Okay, so we are aware that there are various social media platforms like LinkedIn is there, Facebook is there, Twitter is there, YouTube is there. So the companies are also utilizing this social media or the platform to recognize their employees on various platforms. So it's a win-win situation for employee as well as employer. Employee are satisfied because they are recognized on digital platforms, so it gives them the feel good factor. Yes, my performance is recognized by the top management, and they are acknowledged on the social media. So sometimes even they get the good career opportunity because of this recognition. And it is good for, or a win situation for employers also, because they are directly or indirectly they are branding their company on the social media. So that's why it is called as, it is win-win situation for employer as well as employee. So company can even attract the talented employees by using this type of recognition tools on the social media. Now the next trend which is utilized is online skill assessment. Okay, so various companies, they are conducting various online surveys, quiz, test, or various exam to assess the skill of their employees. So they use various digital platforms like Google Forms are there, or various customized surveys are there. So by that they can take the online surveys, quiz, and they can assess the skill of their employee. So for example, employee satisfaction survey can be conducted, or suppose with respect to any particular technology, they want to know whether their employees are techno savvy or not. So accordingly they can conduct the survey, and the output of that survey can be utilized for developing or for organizing various trainings. So likewise, various skill assessment tools are available, and they are or many companies are utilizing this online skill assessment tools and techniques. Now the next trend, or the important trend which is currently utilized in most of the companies, remote working. So remote working means working from home or working away from the office area. So it may be from home or it may be from any other specified destination. So here the employee can use various technology through phone, email, or through internet. They are connecting with the organization and they are doing their work. So now due to this COVID-19 situation, many non-traditional jobs also going for opting this particular trend, that is remote working. Okay, so it's again win-win situation for the employee and employer, because employees, specifically female employees, most of the time they face the career gap because of some responsibility. But now due to this particular option, they are able to continue their career in various organizations, and even it is beneficial for the company. Previously mostly IT industries are using this trend because of their job nature, but nowadays due to different situation, many organizations opt for this particular remote working trend. So remote working means working from home or working from any other destination other than your company. Now the next trend is wearable tech or employee wellness apps. Okay, so here we can say like company providing various wellness apps, because nowadays because of the globalization and cutthroat competition, it is a lot of stress has been evolved with respect to the employees who are working in any organization. And employees are the most important asset for any organization, because if you lose one employee, that means the whole investment done on the recruitment, selection, or training procedure, it may turn into zero. So that's why many companies are involved in using various health and safety equipment. So these are like wearable tech or employee wellness apps. So company provide different wellness apps for their employees. There are to take care of their physical as well as mental health. So in case of physical health, these apps can give you the various counts like calorie count, then your heart rate, then your whatever the pulse rate, all these things are recorded. They can give you the overall diet, what you have to follow, how much steps you have to daily go for keeping your health in proper condition. Even they can provide you the overall physical exercise what you have to do. So all these things are available, or all these technology apps are available, and companies are also investing in these apps to provide their employee physical and mental health. In case of mental health, the apps provide you some sort of tips with respect to meditation, or with respect to we can say various tools used for sound mental health. So these are some example like MyFitPal, Elevate, Sleepbot, Meditation Studio, where these apps are utilized in most of the company for employee health and wellness. So these apps give you the water reminder. These can give you how much time you have sleep, etc., etc. So overall health can be conserved by using this particular health apps. So this is again we can say one of the emerging trends or changing trends utilized by the company. Next trend is continuous performance review. So performance review means reviewing the overall performance of an employee. So previously in most of the companies, annual review was taken, and annually in a year they see or they take back, they review the overall performance and they label the person as average worker, above average, below average, or excellent worker. But due to changing trends, or we can say due to changing things, now the companies are going for the continuous performance review. So they continuously review the employees' performance and instantly they give them the feedback, so that the corrective action will be taken by the employee in proper time. So this is called as continuous performance review. Instead of going for 6 monthly or 1 yearly review, they go or and monitor continuously the employees performance, and accordingly they suggest or they fulfill the gap between standard performance and the actual performance. So it both way help to the employee to change their performance or to improve their performance, as well as company get benefited, so that any loophole is there, it is not carry forward up to 6 months or 1 year. It resolve at that particular time only. So this is related to continuous performance review. Next trend is now the companies are going or getting social. Okay, so previously most of the companies are considering social media as a prominent distracting factor for the employees. So they ban most of the site which will site at workplace. So and even they monitor even they monitor the emails of the employees also. But nowadays the attitude is changed with respect to various companies. Now they are getting more social, because the social media give them the visibility, connectivity, and automatically the branding or marketing of that particular company happens. So here the companies are involving more and more in social media. If you carefully see, there are like we can take the blogs, or we can see there are different Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, then like LinkedIn. There are various social media platform where companies give their interviews, or they extend their blogs where they want to market their culture or market their organization. But previously most of the time companies consider social media as a most prominent distracting factor, so they don't allow to any employee to browse through these sites. But nowadays the attitude is changing. So this is again one of the changing trends. Next important trend is HR analytics or people analytics. So HR analytics means here the various analytical tools are utilized and which are applied on various HR processes. Okay, so there are 3 levels of HR analytics. The first is foundational level or foundational analytics, where just they go for head count, like they just count how many people are working, what is their in time, out time, etc. So that is the foundational level analytics. They just take the data as it is, like what are the anniversaries of their employees, and accordingly they schedule or they send the gift. So that is the foundational level analytics. Next is medium level analytics, where they, or transactional analytics, where they go for various calculation, like payroll software is there. Just you input the basic salary, other components are automatically added, and you can get the gross salary. So here it is called as transactional analytics, where the different softwares are available which automatically give you the output. And the last is your advanced level analytics, where it is some predictive machine learning or data mining tools are utilized, where various algorithms are utilized which can use for forecasting. For example, suppose I want to know how many employees are going to leave from the organization in next 6 months. So if by using the advanced HR analytics, I am in a position to forecast about how many people can leave. So for that, various data they collect, like the performance record, attendance record, then social media record. So the people who are thinking of moving out from that organization, they generally search the various job related sites. So yes, so all this data can be compiled, and on the basis of these inputs, your machine learning or data mining can help you to predict about how many people can be live in the next 6 months. So this is called as advanced analytics. So by using this particular analytical tools, the processes or the decisions are more data driven. So this is again, we can say, one of the emerging, or we can say the technological trends which is utilized in the HR department. And then last trend which I'm going to discuss over here is artificial intelligence. Okay, so artificial intelligence, again, it is, we can say, the use of robots, or we can say the chatbots, which are utilized to minimize the work of HR. So whatever the repetitive tasks are there, like onboarding or pre-boarding or training or engagement, all these repetitive tasks can be done by using this type of chatbots. So artificial intelligence, it is a computer driven technology, or we can say it is a instructed robots which can be think, which can be processed, which can take decisions like humans, or they are associated with intelligence decision. So the examples like currently like Netflix, if you take the example of Netflix, or we can say Alexa, these are the chatbots. Even if you click on any particular company's site, automatically on right hand side, or automatically you see one particular chatbot come and he asks you how I help you. Even if you check on our website, Suryadatta website, once you click on that website, on right hand side there is an admission bot come and he asks you how I help you. So based on your answer, it can guide you. So here again, this is one of the, we can say, emerging trend or changing trends which is utilized in the HR. So a lot of repetitive tasks has been reduced, and now HR can be evolved predominantly as a strategic HR, or we can say business partner as a in HR field. So it is not now considered only as a supportive function, but now HR can play important role in business, or it can be considered as strategic partner or business partner with respect to any organization. So far these are the different trends which I want to discuss with you with changing HRM. So now we will move toward the next part, that is what are the different skill set required for the HR career. The first is consulting. So as I told, HR is directly or indirectly related with each and every person who is working in the organization, because you are dealing with recruitment, selection, training, development, performance appraisal, compensation till employee exit. So you must have that particular ability. You must, because many people come to you with their issues with respect to promotion, with respect to salary, with respect to training. So you must have that particular skill with you, that is consulting skill. Second is relationship building skill. As I told, again the same thing, like HR is directly indirectly related with each person, so you must be in that situation. You must properly build your relationship with the people, so that the people will feel to come to HR for resolving their issues, because grievance procedure, HR policies related issues, performance related issues, all these issues come to HR ultimate. So that's why this particular skill is again important. Next is business orientation. So a lot of strategic decisions like payment related decisions, employee health and safety related decisions. So you must be aware with the business objective and their philosophy. So this is called as business orientation. What is your product, what is your business, and what are their objectives. So you have to link all the HR policies, all the things with respect to your business. So that skill is again required. Next is data crunching. So data crunching means lot of data is available with HR department. It may be it may be employees' personal data, or it may be professional data. So personal data means you are the employee's salary related data, bank account or bank details are with the HR department. Professional data means their job experience, job titles, their training data. So lot of data is available with you, like how to handle the data in proper manner and how to extract the meaningful data, or how to result into the proper decision. Next is ability to handle complexity. So here, like there may be some problems, like suppose in your factory or at your workplace, suppose any accident happens. So in that complex situation, how you handle the overall situation. So you must be always ready with the crisis management or complex handling skill. For example, now because of this COVID-19 or because of economic downturn, you have to, as a HR, you have to take some tough decisions like downsizing, layoff, reducing the payment, or reducing the number of employees. So in that case, how you handle the situation. Next skill is adaptability. Of course, you must be flexible and adaptable with respect to various trends and technology. Otherwise, the stubborn or rigid thing are not going to work in today's era. Next is understanding technology. As I told, you must be very techno savvy. Various technologies are emerging. So as a HR, you must be adaptable with respect to various technologies. So it may be like HR analytics, it may be like robotics, chatbots, or anything. You must be in a position to understand and use that particular technology. And last is nothing but the strategic vision. So HR department must be in line with the vision and mission of the company or the business. They must align all the policies, procedure, and all the data with respect to the various visions percolated by the company. Okay, so these are some certain skill sets which are required to pursue the career in HR profession. Then next, these are some future prospect, or we can say the job titles which are available with respect to HR specialization, like hiring and recruitment specialist. So here the job title, like you work as the recruitment executive or recruitment specialist, where you have to screen the various applications, you have to schedule for the telephonic interview or actual interview, and you have to carry out the overall process of recruitment. Next is social media recruiter. Like there are different social media platforms are available, so using those platforms for advertisement and attracting more talented people, so those are called as social media recruiter. Next is compensation and benefit specialist. So here you have to decide category by like different payroll or categories or different compensation packages, attractive compensation packages, designing and benefit specialists, like what benefits you will offer to your employees so that they will retain in your organization. So benefits like it may be your long term service benefits like PF, it may be EPF, or we can say gratuity, pension, or different benefits like gym membership, or we can say reimbursement, whatever the different commissions offered by the company, etc. Training and development specialist, again you can work as training and development officer, where you have to grab the requirement of your employees and accordingly you have to design different training programs. Next is employment recruitment placement specialist, the whole end-to-end recruitment process specialist. Then human resource management system analyst. Here the mostly whatever the database come to you with respect to various candidates, you have to analyze it and you have to give proper useful data to your top management. Like your whatever the data available with you, you have to find out the most suitable candidate out of that particular data. Next is internal communication specialist, like whatever the internal processes are there, so you have to work on those processes and you have to communicate it in a proper manner. So that profile is also available. Next is office administration. So it is like admin job, like whatever the time, then in time, out time, then processing that time, linking it with training or linking it with your compensation data. Labor law and compliance specialist. So it is again one of the specialized field with respect to HR. Various labor laws are there, like Factory Act is there, Minimum Bonus Act is there, Minimum Wage Act is there. So likewise, you can work on those labor legislation and you can consult or you can give consultation to various company matter. Next is again recruitment analyst is talent search team. That is nothing but we can say the part and parcel of recruitment. Utilized for the higher management recruitment. And compliance licensing officer, like various compliances with respect to various HR legislation. So that officer can see to it that any particular, suppose company want to evolve with the new business, then whatever the different compliances with respect to human resources, they can act as a licensing officer. So these are some, we can say, the future prospect with respect to HR career. Now I'm going to talk about the HR forum which work in our Surya Datta Group of Institute. We have HR forum, namely Pentagon HR forum. It is called as Pentagon HR forum because it is basically on the 5 pillars of HR, that is recruitment, selection, training, development, performance management, compensation, and HR legislation. So this is a forum which is developed by our student and which is working in Surya Datta. So these are some activities so far we have conducted. We have conducted through forum the panel discussion on Institute to Industry, a Metamorphosis, where the different corporate eminent personality come for the panel discussion, and they have discussed about what different skill sets are required for the student to enter in any organization. Next, our students have even attended the interaction on artificial intelligence for HR. Next, we have our forum student have conducted some corporate interviews with the head HR Emerson and with CEO of Indian Card Clothing, Pune. So apart from these various activities like role play, B quiz, we are conducted through our HR forum. So this is all about like what I want to say through this webinar, like what is mean by HRM, what are the different functions used in the any organization through HR department. Then I have elaborated with you what are the different trends or changing trends in HRM, and in Suradatta we have the forum and its activities also discussed with you. And this is related to like now you are invited to Suradatta Group of Institute, and for more details you can visit our official site, that is www.suryadatta.org, or for you can call on the given number for more details. Thank you all the participants.